Econ kids, this is module 38, productivity and growth. Like I said before, section 7 is kind of a nice to know chapter. Not a ton of stuff in here that I usually think is testable. Sometimes if we were going to be close to the end of the year, we'd just skip this one to get to 8. But since AP is getting rid of 8, we're doing it. So in module 38 here, what you're going to see in terms of productivity and growth, a couple things. First of all, if you look at the productivity in 1940 versus the productivity using like technology today, there was nothing that was better in years past. I know sometimes old people are like, well, back in the day, yeah, back in the day it sucked. When you're really looking at it, think about cars. Cars today, air conditioning, heated seats, cooled seats, airbags, everything is better in terms of technology today than it was back in the day. So when you're talking about being more productive, we're definitely more productive today than we were back in 1940 because we can still have school online even though school is canceled. So when you start looking at some of those things, it was never better before. We're definitely more productive with the technology that we have now. In terms of natural resources is an interesting one. Typically what you'd say is more natural resources leads to more GDP per capita. But oftentimes what you're going to find is some places like, let's talk about Venezuela and oil. They have a ton of oil and their country is in turmoil. Libya, places like Saudi Arabia, even to some degree, when you're talking about super rich in oil, but have difficult times sometimes with the type of government they have or freedoms for their people. It's not equal everywhere. And then you have places like Israel that have basically no natural resources to think of, yet at the same time do pretty good because their government works pretty well. So resources don't quite matter as much as you think. That was a topic in your Naked Economics book from micro class. And then Thomas Malthus, of course, was he kind of was the Thanos of his day, where he said, "Oh, population's going to run the planet, and we need, either technology to improve or everyone to die." And what ended up happening was technology improved. We had like agricultural revolution, industrial revolution. Things happened that made life better for us in terms of natural resources. When you start looking at success, disappointment, failure, some countries with real GDPs and growth rates you can see on the chart. There's Nigeria over there. South Korea has had a huge explosion. Heck, even if you look now with the coronavirus, it's almost like we're following South Korea's lead. And when has that ever happened before? Usually it's, the United States is the leader in technology or leader in the world. And now it's like, ugh, not really the leader. Hey, South Korea, how did you guys handle it? So that's been interesting. Latin America, on the other hand, is not doing so well in terms of resources and real GDPs. Africa also having some problems. And that's it for module 38. So when you look at it again, not a ton in these sections. It's a lot about just, hey, what other factors can be in there that might lead to productivity and growth. Till next time.